How important is discretion in your life? According to Stoic philosophy, the answer is much more important than you might think. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca taught us that certain aspects of our lives are best kept private to protect our inner peace and emotional well-being. In this video, we'll explore 3 key areas that, according to Stoic principles, should be kept secret. We'll discuss why it's wise not to expose your inner life, why your plans and ambitions should be kept under lock and key, and why your weaknesses and personal problems should not be disclosed. These teachings are not only relevant, but can also transform how you handle day-to-day challenges. Get ready to discover how the power of discretion can help you live a more peaceful life focused on what truly matters. The first aspect, your inner life. The first aspect that Stoics advise keeping secret is your inner life, your deepest thoughts, emotions, and feelings. To the Stoics, the inner life is sacred and should be carefully guarded. But why is it so important not to expose it to others? According to Stoicism, the key to tranquility and mental strength lies in controlling our emotions and thoughts. If you constantly share your emotions with others, you become vulnerable to external opinions and reactions, which can disrupt your inner balance. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoics, wrote in his Meditations that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. In other words, your thoughts and feelings must be protected so they remain uncontaminated by external influences. Additionally, the inner life is seen as a refuge where an individual can find peace and clarity in a chaotic world full of distractions. This refuge is crucial for maintaining sanity and emotional well-being. The Stoics teach us that by keeping our inner life private, we preserve our capacity for reflection and self-awareness, which is essential for making wise decisions and avoiding being swept away by public opinion. Stoic examples, Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. As the Emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius was surrounded by people who sought his favor or tried to influence him for their own gain. However, he was known for his introspection and his ability to keep his thoughts private. This allowed him to govern with a clarity and justice that is still celebrated today. He did not allow the opinions of others to influence his judgment, giving him a significant advantage in his leadership. Seneca, on the other hand, also emphasized the importance of the inner life. Although involved in politics and public life, he kept his personal life reserved. For Seneca, it was vital that the inner life not be exposed because, in his view, the mind is the last refuge where true freedom can be found. By protecting it, we remain free from the chains of public opinion and social expectations. These historical examples show how great Stoic thinkers managed their private lives with extreme prudence, allowing them to navigate hostile environments while maintaining their integrity. Like them, we can also learn to protect our inner life in a world that often rewards superficiality and overexposure. The inner life in modern society. In modern society, where we are encouraged to share every aspect of our lives on social media, this Stoic principle becomes even more relevant. Sharing your deepest emotions or thoughts publicly can lead to misunderstandings, criticism, or even manipulation. Moreover, exposing your inner life can drain the mental energy that could be used for reflection and personal growth. Social media, with its culture of immediacy and instant gratification, often pushes us to seek external validation through likes and comments. However, this type of exposure can be harmful to our mental health. By sharing our most intimate thoughts, we open the door to judgments and criticism that can undermine our self-esteem and disturb our inner peace. The inner life should be a safe space where we can explore our emotions without fear of external judgment. For example, if you constantly share your worries or fears with others, you may end up feeling more anxious or insecure, especially if you receive responses that don't help you manage your emotions. The mind needs a safe and protected space where you can process your thoughts without interference from external opinions. This inner space is where you can truly find clarity and calm. Moreover, the overexposure of our inner life can lead us to become overly dependent on external approval, which can erode our autonomy and confidence in our own decisions. The Stoics teach us that true mental strength comes from self-evaluation and introspection, not from the validation of others. How to protect your inner life. So how can you protect your inner life? Here are some tips based on Stoic teachings. 1. Practice daily introspection. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your thoughts and emotions. This will help you better understand yourself and keep your feelings under control without relying on external validation. 2. Keep a private journal. Like Marcus Aurelius, you can keep a personal journal where you record your most intimate thoughts. This exercise not only strengthens your connection with your inner life, but also allows you to vent without exposing your vulnerabilities to others. 3. Be selective about what you share. Not every thought or emotion needs to be shared. Learn to differentiate between what is appropriate to share and what is better kept to yourself. Ask yourself, does this really need to be said? What benefit do I get from sharing this? Meditate regularly. Meditation can help you stay centered and calm amidst chaos. It is a powerful tool for strengthening your inner life and keeping your thoughts and emotions in balance. 5. Trust only trusted people. If you decide to share your thoughts or feelings, make sure to do so with people who truly value your privacy and offer sincere support. 6. Develop emotional autonomy. Practice making decisions based on your own judgment rather than what others might think. Strengthening your autonomy will help you maintain inner peace and make wiser decisions. 7. Set boundaries on social media. Limit the amount of personal information you share online. Social media is not a safe space for your most intimate thoughts, and it is important to protect your inner life from unnecessary exposure. The second aspect, your plans and ambitions. The second aspect that Stoics advise keeping secret is your plans and ambitions. Often, when we get excited about a new idea or goal, we feel the need to share it with others. However, Stoicism suggests that doing so may not be the wisest course of action. Let's explore why it's better to keep your plans and ambitions private and how this can help you achieve success without external interference. Progress in silence. According to Stoicism, the Stoics teach us that true progress doesn't need to be announced. When you share your goals with others, you risk external expectations influencing your motivation and approach to your projects. Additionally, when you talk about your plans, you might feel a false sense of accomplishment that paradoxically decreases your drive to work toward that goal. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, said, "Don't talk about what you're going to do. Do it, and let your actions speak for you." This principle emphasizes the importance of focusing on the real work instead of seeking validation through words. Talking less and doing more is an effective way to stay focused and avoid distractions. The risks of sharing your goals. Sharing your goals with others can backfire for several reasons. First, when others know your plans, they may offer unsolicited advice or make comments that, though well-intentioned, could plant doubts in your mind. These doubts can divert you from your original path or make you reconsider decisions you had confidently made. Second, sharing your ambitions can generate social pressure. Once you've announced a plan, you feel the obligation to meet others' expectations, which can add unnecessary stress. This stress can lead you to make hasty decisions or abandon the project altogether if you feel you won't meet expectations. Moreover, when you speak openly about your goals, you also expose yourself to envy and the ill intentions of others. Not everyone in your environment will have your best interests at heart, and some may attempt to sabotage your efforts, either consciously or unconsciously. Protecting your plans from public view allows you to move at your own pace without interference or criticism from others. Stoic examples and the wisdom of silence. History is full of examples of people who, following principles similar to those of the Stoics, kept their ambitions secret and achieved great success. Take, for example, Cicero, a contemporary of the great Stoics, who worked silently on his writings and speeches while others competed for public attention. When he finally presented his work, he did so with a solidity and preparation that surprised everyone. Another example is Seneca, who, despite being at the center of Roman power, kept many of his thoughts and plans secret. This approach allowed him to avoid political intrigues and focus on his philosophical and literary work, which has endured through the centuries. These examples teach us that by keeping our ambitions private, we not only avoid distractions and external interference, but also cultivate a mindset of focus and determination. The wisdom of silence allows us to work with a freedom that is not conditioned by the approval or disapproval of others. Protect your goals and move forward without interference. Your goals. Here are some tips inspired by Stoic philosophy. Plan in private. When you have a new idea or goal, resist the temptation to announce it immediately. Take the time to plan in detail and consider all potential challenges before sharing it with others. Execute with discretion. Work on your plans quietly. Let your achievements speak for you. This way, you ensure that actions are more powerful than words. Avoid external validation. Don't seek others' approval for your goals. Trust your own judgment and your ability to achieve what you set out to do. Remember that external opinions can distract you from your true objective. Maintain steady progress. Focus on making small advances every day. Consistency in work is what will lead you to success, not fanfare or grand announcements. Regularly reevaluate your goals. Take time to reflect on your progress and adjust your plans as needed. This internal process is key to staying on track without relying on external feedback. Trust only reliable mentors. If you need advice, seek out people with experience and wisdom who are genuinely interested in helping you grow. They will provide valuable guidance without interfering with your process. Accept failure privately. If a plan doesn't work, don't get discouraged or worry about what others might think. Learn from the experience and move forward with renewed determination. Failure is part of the process, but it doesn't need to be a public spectacle. Keeping your plans and ambitions private is one of the most powerful strategies you can adopt, not only to protect yourself from external influences, but also to preserve your mental and emotional energy. The Stoics understood that true strength and resilience come from within, and that sharing less can mean achieving more. By keeping your focus on your goals without the distractions of external validation, you can move forward with determination and clarity, achieving success on your own terms. The third aspect is your weaknesses and personal problems. The third and final aspect that Stoics advise keeping secret is your weaknesses and personal problems. In a culture that often values transparency and vulnerability, this recommendation might seem counterintuitive. However, from a Stoic perspective, Protecting your weaknesses is not an act of dishonesty, but a strategy to preserve your inner strength and avoid having others use your vulnerabilities against you. The Stoic perspective on weaknesses. For the Stoics, emotional and mental invulnerability is a goal to strive for. They believed that showing your weaknesses to others could expose you to manipulations or judgments that could undermine your internal stability. Epictetus taught that we should work on our weaknesses privately because sharing them could lead others to use them as weapons against us. It's important to note that Stoicism does not promote denying personal problems. On the contrary, Stoics advocate confronting and working on our weaknesses, but doing so in a private space where we can address them without the pressure of external expectations. This allows us to grow and strengthen ourselves without interference. This approach is especially valuable in a world where social media and other public platforms invite us to share even the most intimate aspects of our lives. The danger of exposing your weaknesses. Sharing your weaknesses openly can have several negative consequences. First, when you reveal your weak points, you give others power over you. This power can manifest as criticism, judgment, or even emotional manipulation. People may use the information about your insecurities or personal problems to influence or control you, which can erode your self-esteem and confidence. This risk is amplified in competitive environments where people may use your vulnerabilities to advance their own interests. Second, exposing your weaknesses can lead to unsolicited advice or criticism that may not be helpful, or worse, may be harmful. Even with the best intentions, people may project their own fears and prejudices onto your problems, which can divert you from finding effective solutions that truly work for you. Additionally, constant exposure to external opinions can create confusion, causing you to stray from your own values and principles. Finally, oversharing your personal problems can lead you to identify too closely with your weaknesses. By constantly talking about your struggles and challenges, you risk reinforcing a victim identity instead of focusing on the process of overcoming and improving. This can lead to a cycle of self-pity and stagnation rather than personal growth and resilience. Real-life examples of Stoicism. History offers us examples of people who, like the Stoics, understood the importance of keeping their weaknesses private while working to overcome them. Marcus Aurelius, for example, faced many personal difficulties during his reign, including betrayal and illness. However, he never allowed these personal problems to become public issues. Instead of seeking sympathy or external support, Marcus Aurelius reflected privately and used his challenges as opportunities to strengthen his character and improve his leadership. This approach allowed him to maintain his authority and dignity even in the darkest moments of his life. Another notable example is Nelson Mandela. Although he was not a Stoic in the traditional philosophical sense, Mandela exhibited an incredible ability to keep his weaknesses and sufferings private while imprisoned. During his years in prison, he endured enormous hardships, but he rarely spoke of them publicly. Instead of focusing on his own problems, he used his time to prepare mentally and emotionally for the leadership role he would eventually assume upon his release. This ability to transform adversity into inner strength is a testament to the power of resilience and self-control. These examples show us that protecting our weaknesses is not only an act of self-protection, but also a form of empowerment. By keeping our internal challenges private, we give ourselves the opportunity to address them calmly and clearly without the interference of external opinions or expectations. How to handle your weaknesses in private. So how can you manage your weaknesses and personal problems without exposing them to others? Here are some strategies based on Stoic philosophy. Reflect internally. Before sharing your problems with others, take time to reflect on them yourself. Do you really need external advice or validation, or can you resolve the issue through introspection and self-discipline? Seek solutions, not sympathy. When facing a problem, focus on finding solutions rather than seeking sympathy. Stoicism teaches us to be proactive and take control of our lives even in difficult situations. Use a private journal for your thoughts and emotions. Keeping a journal can be a powerful tool for processing your problems without exposing them to others. Writing about your weaknesses allows you to explore them deeply and find ways to overcome them without external interference. Strengthen your self-control. Develop the ability to control your emotional reactions, especially in difficult situations. This doesn't mean repressing your emotions, but managing them in a way that doesn't make you vulnerable to others. Trust a small circle. If you decide to share your problems, do so only with people you truly trust and who have proven to be worthy of your trust in the past. Ensure that these people are more interested in helping you grow than in judging you. Learn from adversities. Instead of focusing on what you can't change, adopt the Stoic perspective of viewing difficulties as opportunities to grow and learn. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your character and improve as an individual. Practice patience and persistence. Addressing our weaknesses takes time and effort. The Stoics teach us that patience is a key virtue in the process of personal improvement. Instead of seeking quick fixes, focus on steady progress and learning from each step along the way. Hiding your weaknesses and personal problems is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom and strength. The Stoics understood that protecting our vulnerabilities is key to maintaining inner peace and preventing others from using our problems against us. By handling your weaknesses with discretion, you not only protect yourself from negative external influences, but also give yourself the necessary space to grow and improve in private. Ultimately, this practice will allow you to develop an inner resilience that will strengthen you in all aspects of your life. Conclusion. Throughout this video, we've explored 3 key aspects of life that, according to Stoic principles, are best kept private: your inner life, your plans and ambitions, and your weaknesses and personal problems. By protecting these areas, you not only preserve your inner peace, but also strengthen your ability to face life's challenges with greater clarity and determination. The ancient Stoics taught us that discretion is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. In a world where overexposure is the norm, the ability to keep certain things private can be a true superpower. By applying these teachings in your daily life, you can build an inner resilience that will allow you to navigate life's ups and downs with unshakable tranquility. I encourage you to reflect on how you can integrate these principles into your own life. Are there areas where you could benefit from keeping a lower profile and protecting your inner peace? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward personal growth and resilience.